maybe.
Dylan, you're occasionally cutting out. I don't know if that's my fault or yours.
I'm not. That's me, or I mean, I don't think it's me, but let me try disconnecting and reconnecting for a second. Hold on.
Okay, start the countdown whenever.
Alright. I'm back, but I'm not sure if it's any better than it was before, but
I think it's better.
Okay, yeah.
Rocher, that's how you pronounce it, right?
It's Rocher, but...
Rocher.
Okay.
I will try to do that, Rocher. There's no R.
No problem.
No, it's just Rocher. It's just, no.
Okay, I think, like, French pronunciation is just so fucked up, so...
You can just call me Dylan instead, or Dylan. You don't have to try pronouncing my last name.
Actually, I have no problem, because I work in something where I use a language study a lot, so I'm used to weird pronunciation.
Catch up after you start a countdown, so I sync it up to when you say go.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm ready over here.
Sure, Rocher. I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna start getting it right. You can count it down.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Woo!
So yeah,
I'm... Here we go for 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm Gooby, apparently. No, I'm Shadrake. You guys said your names, actually.
I'm Dylan Stedge, or Dylan.
Okay, I'm Rocher.
So I'm having a terrible start.
Yeah, it looks like.
Normally what I would get is like a 12 to 17 seconds there. Anyways, it's fastest to just Kirby said with Mario. So yeah, this is Subspace Emissary. This is the story. Yeah, intense difficulty. This is basically the campaign of Brawl, but I'm playing it in Project M because, well, speed, movement.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Project M is a modification of Brawl that basically makes the game play like Melee in terms of like the game speed and other mechanics that Brawl didn't have. It gained quite a very large following in the years when it was developed, although they're no longer developing it. So it's
Rest in peace.
Yes.
So yeah,
So
there is
about the run, there are a lot of succession of different levels with a lot of fights. The main point here is that Shadrake is running the intense difficulty, which will change a lot of things during the run. The strength of enemies, the damage they deal to him, and the knockback that he will receive from hits is increased with difficulty. Also, there's a lot of auto-scrollers that will move faster because he's on the maximum difficulty.
one of the reasons I like intense best.
Yeah. Alongside stuff like the damage and the auto-scrollers, the items that you receive are also different. Trophy drops and trophy stands, I believe, are a lot more frequent in Intense.
Which sucks, because that's what you don't want.
Yeah. Like, there has been some theory crafting, per se, that trophy stands could be used as potential, like, boss death animation skips, but that, I haven't tested that much, but for now, trophy stands aren't that good.
Okay, so about the first part of the run, the first level is basically just 3 fights that you do one after the other. The first one is a Kirby vs Mario, the second one is a character you want against a whole bunch of enemies, like 40, and the third one is a boss that's just ended. And right now we will see that the lore of the game is basically there are some groups and forms of characters that you just try to go through the world in order to defend against the subspace threats.
I don't even know. I don't even understand the story of this game.
The story is not even a story. It's a bit cryptic, but because there are a lot of cutscenes which are pretty and realized, by the way, but there is not a single line of dialogue, so
Yeah.
There's
No,
actually
Snake says
Snake.
kept you waiting, huh?
he breaks the fourth wall and directly addresses the player because, like, at a certain point, there's just a single cutscene of Snake hiding in his box, and then it's like
Whoops.
several levels later, you finally get to use him, and that's when he just says it. But we skip all of the cutscenes because we're allowed to do that, and it saves time. So
Saves it would lose so much time if I tried to not skip the
I
cutscenes.
believe all of the cutscenes are like 40. Like all the cutscenes take like 40 minutes to watch. It's almost half of an actual like
I think
movie.
I just watched the cutscene once when I beat the game on Brawl, and then I never watched them again.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just...
What was the point?
I just remember the frame, because when you skip a cutscene and you are supposed to do a level, after that the game will freeze on the last image of the cutscene where there are several enemies, and you can select several characters, and you can select the character you want to play right for the next level. So basically at the end you just remember the frame where you have to pick the characters and not remember the cutscene at all.
So I just missed a door. I'm such a derp. Anyways, someone tell me the point of this part here. I pretty much just hold right.
I have no idea what the point of this little section is. It's literally just padding. I suppose-
So, a bit of roots. At the beginning of the game, we beat Flora Piranha with Kirby, and we tried to break Zelda's cage. So by breaking Zelda's cage, we get to play Zelda here, so we can transform in Sheik.
And Sheik is way faster than Kirby.
Sheik
Way
is
more
just
mobile.
Sheik is faster than actually most of the characters in the game, with the exception of stuff like Fox, Marth, Captain Falcon, Sonic. But yeah, basically, like right now, Sheik is the most optimal character to pick out of all of the ones that you can choose up to this point.
So something interesting about this game, and one of the reasons why I really like this category, is pretty much all enemies will almost always react the same way if you approach them in the same way. So you've seen I've run past a lot of enemies. There are, like, I've learned for the most part which enemies I can run past and which ones I can't. Which ones will just attack me.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
and-
funny thing about this game is that RNG, in terms of RTA, like real-time attack strategy, RNG doesn't really matter all that much. But in terms of like optimizing it to an extreme point, like tool-assisted speedrunning, it's a pain. RNG.
Tasser is just ranting here. Don't mind him.
Sorry.
It's fine.
How much time you have to spend to get the right item, like to get this mushroom.
That's perfect shield.
That was an accident, and so that's something new I didn't know. Apparently, if you perfect shield a rock, you're just forever invulnerable to it. And I just did an accidental damage boost. What the heck?
Actually, I do it on every run I do, because when you shield a special one hitbox in melee and projectile, this hitbox won't hurt you anymore until it hits like 18 or 20 new hitbox. So you can just run into the rock like you don't care. And
I
this
did not know that.
This
Th-
perfect shield is really easy to do, so you can just run into the rock like.
It's easy to do. I've never tried to practice it. Well, it's good to know. I was wondering how to do boulder skip consistently. Okay, hold on a second here. I gotta count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So for the first 11 of those 12 barrels, I can just mash A because I don't have to time anything.
One fun fact is that the level design, given the character you're supposed to play, like for example when you play Donkey Kong characters or play Samus, you have levels that are made and that really match
I never thought of that. Wow, that's true.
As you see, Donkey Kong levels are done with a lot of barrels, a lot of water, and it really resembles the original game of the character you're supposed to play. And I found that a really cool way of game design.
Yeah, generally, like, each world of levels have their own unique gimmick. Like, with Donkey and Diddy Kong stages, like, you typically have the cannons and everything. Like, with the research facility, you have, like, the different, like, research facility doors, among other things, and the whole techno aspect. And so, it's definitely interesting how they managed to get all of the, all of this level design and do it all pretty properly, I suppose.
So you can probably see that Intense is really hard, considering a Goomba does like 40% damage. And when you're at like 100% range, you're already gonna like just get killed by anything. So I choose Pit here because he's just more mobile and faster. Yeah, you guys want to talk about the like movement in the game?
Okay, so about the movement, the main difference between Brawl and Project M is that in Project M you have all the melee basic techniques. The game was intended to be as competitive as melee with the same feelings. So you have all the infamous techniques like wave dash, alcance. So the thing that is the most important for this run is the waveland wave dash technique. So what was re-implemented is that when you do an air dodge in Project M, it's a directional air dodge. So when you do it, you can move your character a bit in the direction you want. And
I'll show it off right here. I have to wait through this auto-scroller. Right after I beat up this Primate. So yeah, in this game, you can do a dodge in the air, and if you do it straight into the ground, you'll slide a bit. So I can land on platforms faster without having to wait to fall back down by just air dodging into the platform as soon as I get above it.
yes, and that's one of the things that made the overall impression of controlling your character really, it's like the main thing you like from melee is the fact that you can control and land and go with a really cool overall movement of your character, which is really intense when you compare it to the other Smash games like Brawl and Smash 4. Also, they remove all of the mechanics that everyone disliked from Brawl, like tripping.
So I can just dash without fear of falling on my face, because for some reason in Brawl that happened.
Yeah, in Brawl they implemented random tripping for some reason. I have no idea why. Everybody hated it, and that's why one of the first things that they did was, well, people in Brawl, they made a cheat code that removed random tripping, and that was like one of the best things.
So yeah, there were a lot of changes from Brawl to PM, and also from Brawl to Smash 4. Did you know, like, Sakurai said that when nerfing Brawl to Smash 4, he said like, oh, there's too much hit lag when someone gets hit by two people. It's too easy for a third one to get a hit on someone who is already being attacked like two people at the same time. And I was like, and when I hear that, I said, like, how is this balancing a fighting game when you're thinking about the party game aspects? So about the run, we had a bunch of levels, and we will have several bosses to do. Who will have
Yeah. Right now, the best thing I know to do is just short hop aerials, cause
And this is a good transition to talk about the second techniques in order to get faster. It's air canceling. It's a mechanic that comes from melee directly, and basically what happens is when you bring an aerial attack and you land during this aerial attack, you can just press shield and it will cancel half of the lag you're supposed to have.
which lets you output air attacks a lot faster, and they have a lot less lag when you use them. If you do the attacks in the air, which are usually the most useful. Also, I do that quick side B there because otherwise, when I'm falling, those bird things will hit me.
Yeah, those are fairly hard to avoid unless you happen to have an attack out before they fall on you. But even then, it's a bit hard to actually hit them properly while they're falling. So yeah, it's best to just get out of their way.
I can break both those blocks with a dash attack if I time it really well, so...
These dash attack are really...
Oh, so you guys wanna... Here...
precise aiming.
Yeah, here's a gimmick of this level.
Yeah, so this
The
level
doors.
has
The doors.
Yes. Where it acts as its sort of own maze of sorts with, you have to go through different doors and just search through to try to find the right path and everything. But
Well, like, these doors are kind of like alternate universe doors. They,
yeah.
what you do in one of them affects what happens in the other.
Yeah, the world is basically split into two layers, one blue and one yellow, and what you do in the blue world will affect something in the yellow world, and so on. So you have to remember what you do in one world in order to see what have to change the other one.
Anyway,
Although,
so here I'm actually gonna lose Fox on purpose.
Yes, so what, it's because you want to use DD to down air the Bowser?
Yeah, I want to down air Bowser later. We'll see that.
So,
I also want to take a bit of damage here. There's a damage boost I discovered that I can do. One of the few damage boosts I've really actually figured out myself.
are you going to possibly attempt the turbo mode cannon skip?
No, I haven't even practiced that. You just told me
Yeah,
about it
it's-
recently.
It's impossible to practice, really. It's entirely RNG, so... I won't mention it.
Just watch his hyperspeed mode task. I missed.
okay.
Nice save.
Thanks.
Yeah, so what now we have a Bowser fight, and the main
I
thing
missed.
is that
And then I self-destructed.
Oh,
I missed and then self-destructed and then he
you
taunted
can
at
try
me.
down throwing Bowser at the edge, like right at the edge, and I think
Yeah.
it can have effect.
yes,
Or that can happen.
Or that-
hit him.
Or that can happen.
Yeah.
I was trying to quickly throw him off the ledge and then knock him downwards so he can recover, but I messed up. Alright. The Ruined Zoo. We got our first real auto-scroller, guys.
Wonderful.
Also, Porky in this auto-scroller runs like really fast, because when you run in easy, he's just so slow.
You call this fast? Oh.
Ouch. But yeah, the thing with the story is that we've cut away from Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, and now we find Lucas.
Well,
running-
we cut from Donkey Kong a long time ago.
Yeah,
He
I
died.
know.
He
Well, I
died.
mean, we cut from Diddy Kong and Fox, I should say. And now we're seeing Lucas walking into Ruined Zoo, and then he finds Porky, and now he's basically running for his life.
Wow.
And dying a couple of times, apparently.
I should probably be more careful.
Yeah.
Try not
Hey,
to-
you're at the end of the level anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I like being silly and letting myself get hit at the end. But I can't now. Unless I
Yeah.
want to risk destroying myself. Getting a game over. The amount of stocks I have left is on the left side of the screen, if you can tell. So I'm actually going to try something new. I haven't really done this much, but I think it's actually faster.
Yeah, it works well. Just don't, just try not to lose the smash charge.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that is a major difference between Project M and other games. Lucas has received several changes. His neutral B and his forward B are really different. As with his neutral B, he charge smash attacks, and it will give you really powerful attacks, and you can conserve this charge. If all of the smash attacks you do hit something, but you just have to try not to miss any attack. And Porky has this.
Porky has really annoying, huge, disjointed attacks.
Yeah, they
Like most things in this game.
they
Anyways, we're interested to Mewtwo. I mean, Pokemon Trainer.
Yeah. The reason why the Pokemon Trainer is called Mewtwo in this is it's a side effect from the fact that they added Mewtwo as a character within the game. They had to make some changes and sacrifices, and naming the Pokemon Trainer Mewtwo is one of them. So
I like how you call that a sacrifice.
The
Thing
character
terms of
of the
gameplay.
Pokemon Trainer were individualized, and the Pokemon Trainer was a character as himself, and they just sort of changed the Pokemon Trainer to Mewtwo so that Mewtwo can be played. So when you play the Subspace Emissary, the Pokemon Trainer is just named Mewtwo, but you get Squirtle for some reason. It would be really funny if we had Mewtwo during Subspace.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't. These flu guys, they're really annoying. They have low defense, but a lot of health, and they regen quickly.
yeah, it's one of the most annoying parts about the enemies, honestly, is the regening HP.
I don't agree. They're some of the least annoying to me.
I mean,
We have yet to come to the most annoying. These guys are kind of a speedrunner's nightmare. They're not actually like hard to deal with. It's just they duplicate themselves.
They keep on multiplying.
I think to me the worst enemy is the tank-like enemy.
Oh, those. As long as you stun lock them, it's fine.
As long as you stun lock them.
What?
That's the annoying part. You have to stun lock them, and if you miss and they can shelter themselves, it's like
A time lost, yes. A definite time loss. Also, I have custom music specifically added for the Subspace Emissary on most of the tracks in this. Not all of them, though.
that's one of the other reason Project M is so. It's because you can put whatever music you want.
Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna be dying, especially in the later levels. I probably won't get a lot of game overs. I don't normally, but I might get one or two, like in the Great Maze or something.
Yeah, so funnily enough, one of the items that he left behind is known as the Turbo item, and it replaces the Super Spicy Curry item.
I
And
didn't
it
even
basically,
notice.
yeah, well, it lets you cancel any of the attacks that you use. If an attack connects with an opponent, you can use another attack immediately after without having to wait for any cooldown or anything. So It's- if you're good
I'm bad with it though.
if you're good with button mashing, it's a glorious item to have.
You can just take your C-stick and
Oh, this is the Room of Death. If you get stuck in it, you're just demolished. Welcome to the Armites. We're not dealing with them right now, but they are quite possibly the worst enemy in this game. I hate them.
They have.
I don't even know what it is exactly that makes them so bad. I just know they're like the hardest and most annoying to deal with.
Well,
just
they're
on their
flying-
own.
have weird.
One thing is that they're flying enemies instead of being on the ground like these wheel enemies, I guess, the rotors. But yeah, the Arm Knights, they're flying enemies, so it's like they can fly away from your attacks. They have this backflip move that has invincibility for no reason.
And they
that
can
is
just
really
throw
annoying.
their spears, and that's
So anyways, this level, the Battlefield Fortress, it's other than this giant maze area in the end game, it's the second longest level, either the second longest or the longest. I haven't checked recently whether this takes me longer or Subspace Bomb Factory 2
It's
takes me
horde
longer.
fight after horde fight after
Yeah.
horde fight in this level.
This is one of the levels that has given me game overs consistently for the longest. I can do them without getting game overs now, but the auto scroll is really short. I don't really care. Actually, I utilize it really well. If I'm feeling confident and I'm Marth, I can KO myself there without losing time in order to get back Meta Knight because he's faster. So since it's so short, I actually like it being there.
Okay.
Ideally, though, I don't ever have to be in that situation. Ideally, I don't lose Meta Knight during this encounter. Which, I mean, I probably will, but...
You can see the number of enemies left on the top left corner. It's the number of...
Oh yeah, right there.
It's right next to the score display, so...
Yes, and we can... So the runner is able to know how much enemies have. So that's why when we have Mars, we tend to suicide ourselves.
Hey chat, should I suicide with Marth? And should I risk it and try to go for the time save? Can you guys tell me what chat says about that if it comes in time? If it comes in time. Should I risk that? Wow, I'm actually just getting wrecked by these of all things. I have a little moment, especially since I'm taking... Never mind, it doesn't matter.
Oh, no.
I'm so stupid.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Like, I was thinking about doing it anyways, so... Those guys, you have to knock their head off before you can really do damage.
If you watch Brawl speedrun...
Oh yeah, Meta Knight in this in Brawl. He can just fly over this entire room.
Yeah, the thing about Project M is that alongside adding melee mechanics, they balanced, like, the Brawl characters that already existed, including nerfing Meta Knight and Pit's recoveries in particular very, very hard. Like, the auto-scroller that he just had to go through in Brawl, Meta Knight is able to skip it. And
He's able to skip all of these enemy encounters, actually.
Yeah, so in Brawl, this level is actually quite a bit more of a joke than in here, but in Project M, his recovery's been nerfed so hard that he can't even do any... Well, he can actually do one fight skip, but that's in a later level.
Yeah.
And it's like... I can't do it. I haven't even tried yet. Haven't practiced it at all.
Yeah.
How did I not get hurt by that? Oh, here's the Armites. This is definitely not the worst enemy encounter. But it's... like with Armites, but...
Yeah, the thing about the auto-lance enemies is that they have a weak spot on their head, basically.
I mentioned that. But the
Yeah.
problem is they have super armor, meaning they don't take, they don't flinch, so I can hit them and they can just hit me. They also have the cheapest move in Smash Bros. History. Thankfully, they don't use it a lot.
Yeah.
It's like an instantaneous, large, disjointed move that appears right in front of them and sends you at an awful angle. Basically every property that's bad, that's like...
This fight was really...
Hey, you get pretty good at reaction teching when you
Yeah.
play Subspace Emissary Intense.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised I didn't lose Meta Knight through it, all of that. What has chat been saying? By the way, I can't look. What are some of the recent messages?
Someone said Shine Get, apparently.
What does that mean?
It's a thing in the Super Mario Sunshine community.
Oh, Shine get... Yeah, okay.
Shine Get, yeah.
I've played Mario Sunshine. I just
Yeah.
didn't... wasn't thinking... I was thinking of Fox, because I'm playing Smash Bros. I'm playing
Yeah.
Smash Bros, so I was...
Yeah, that's like some running gag from Smash Bros. To Super Mario. So,
Crud. That was... Oh!
Nice!
That was like...
That was clutch!
That was terrifying.
what happened is that when you enter a fight, the enemies on the screen disappear, and he was about to get hit by like...
Was about to get run over by a rotor enemy.
So these giant... this guy is giant right now that I just destroyed. If you leave them... If you hit them and then leave them, they'll turn larger and stronger. And they gain invincibility while they're doing that. So you want to, like, just keep them in hit stun. As you saw there, I wasn't able to hurt him. You want to keep them in hit stun and just destroy them. Wow. So RNG is usually not a problem in this run, and that's why I like it. But that was an example of
Occasionally it can mess you up.
an explosive spawning in my face. Whoops.
And now we're done with this really long stage, so now we can move on to another one.
Onto the forest.
Yes.
In the forest, we introduce the Yoshi OP egg roll.
Yes, Yoshi OP egg roll. Actually, I have trouble with this level.
Yoshi is really a good character in Subspace because the enemies you encounter have HP, not the traditional percentage system in Smash Bros.
Have we explained that for anyone who doesn't really know Smash Bros much?
Okay, so the percentage system in Smash Bros is that you don't have any HP or health bar like in any other fighting games. You have this percentage which will symbolize how far you will get sent when hit by something, and you die when you get off screen and fall off some blast zone that are past the screen. You will die. And for example, a normal hit would send you like half the screen distance. If you have 100%, it will send you twice this distance, and so on and so forth. So every attack has a set knockback and a set every attack has a set damage in terms of percentage, and have a knockback with a knockback growth, which will scale with the percentage you're supposed to have. And during Subspace, because enemies have health bar, the amount of damage they're supposed to take is based on a weird formula, which depends on both.
Okay, basically, the more percentage you have, the farther you get sent flying, and you take percentage by getting hit.
Yeah.
And the way it works that you lose your stock if you get off screens, but since we're in a platformer type thing, you're not going to just get off screen the same way. So when you get hit, the camera actually locks and blast zones are created. So it actually loses time in the fact of just getting hit locks the camera for a couple seconds.
This system is like so obvious to Smash player, but when you try to explain it to someone else, it's pretty weird.
Thank you, fish thing.
I believe he knocked a green shell and it hit you and it knocked you away.
Well, it wasn't the green shell that hit me. The green shell hit the fire pyramid, so... this run is actually going very well so far.
Somehow.
What do you mean somehow? These are the early levels.
Well, you died several times, although I don't really watch like RTA runs much, so...
I'm the only one who does intense right now. There are people who run this on easy, like one of these guys in this call right now. I'm afraid of mispronouncing your name again.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, he, the French guy.
The French guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he runs this on easy.
Yeah, but it's to get a grip on the run, and if I'm confident enough with the easy mode, I'll get to intense later. That's not for now.
Well, hey, you're watching a run of it now.
Yep, so this is the research
Yeah,
facility.
I can watch, I can commentate, but don't ask me to run intense.
So, yeah, this is the
What?
research facility. Oh.
There was one more, and now he's gone. What the heck?
Introduced to Pikachu and Zero Suit Samus, who you'll be doing with a couple of stages. They have their own set of stages, like Fox and Diddy Kong and Falco, but, yeah, the funny thing is about that fight, you can actually skip that fight in Brawl. Like, Pikachu's recovery is good enough to where he can barely skip the fight. I believe it's only TAS, though. I've only seen it done in a TAS. But...
So we had to hit that switch, and because I'm Pikachu, I can create lightning above me, and I can actually just create it above the platform that is above me, and it hits the switch.
Yeah, the normal thing that you're supposed to do is, like, get, like, a couple of keys to unlock a couple of doors, and then you can hit the switch, like, while you're on the platform. But with Pikachu, you can just use Thunder, and hit it from below and not.
You
have
can
to
actually
do-
you can actually do it with Zero Suit Samus's up B also.
Oh,
The thing about
You
losing,
go through the
yeah,
platform, but you have to do it at the first time of the jump. And
yeah, it's more lenient with Pikachu. But yeah, the thing I do like about this though is that if you lose Pikachu, Zero Suit Samus is also very fast. I'm actually not 100% certain if Pikachu's faster without using Quick Attack everywhere.
I think the Ursus Samus is faster with running, but Pikachu has better overall movement, like aerial movement.
Yeah,
But, to me, ZSS is faster in terms of running speed.
yeah, I believe Zero Suit Samus is faster with running speed, but Pikachu has quick attack cancels, which.
and the thing is Pikachu's also fast base too. So basically, what I'm saying is it's not that big a deal if you lose a character in this, because unlike with Yoshi and Link, where one is a million times faster, and there's the power of Quick Attack. The only place I really know how to use it well.
Mm.
So here are bombs. I catch a cycle down here, crawl under it, which is fun. Okay.
Nice damage boost.
And then I messed up this. So I know exactly what I'm supposed to do normally here, and now I have to improvise. See, these guys don't take hit stun either, so just throwing them off the cliff is a great way of getting rid of them fast. Okay. I'm losing a lot of time here.
Yeah, because with proper movement, you can actually skip this fight too.
Your task doesn't do that.
It did actually.
What?
The new one, it does. The old one didn't.
I thought the only skip your normal task did was the one in the wilds.
No, it does this skip too.
Okay. See, I can't remember. I did watch it.
Yeah.
I watched it like twice, I think. Showed someone one of those times, and oh crud! I was supposed to choose Mario. I wasn't paying attention. I'm used to just choosing Pit all the time because it's faster. Supposed to choose Mario for this encounter. Also, I absolutely hate this encounter.
Yeah, Zelda AI are really
Obnoxious.
weird in terms of-
Likely.
Okay, go over here.
Nice.
Thanks. That wasn't horrible. I found that I'm doing better in this run because I'm not paying attention as much. Like, I'm focusing more on what I'm talking and on our explanations and less on the game, and I'm actually, like, being more consistent. It's funny.
So, to put it back in the context, this fight depends on the princess you saved during the Piranha fight. If you save Peach, you'll play Link and Yoshi against Purple Peach, and then you'll take Link and Yoshi against Mario and Peach.
But we always choose Sheik because, well, we choose Zelda because Sheik is faster. Apparently, like, people like to use Yoshi for this level, but I prefer to use Pit for this part.
Yes, to me, Yoshi is better during the cave entrance after the 700.
Yeah, I recently started using him there. I realized it was better.
But here, I think Pit is better.
This level is a lot of auto-scrolling. It's one of the biggest offenders for auto-scroller.
Yeah, it's
Auto-scrolling.
quite annoying. In my opinion, anyways, it's. I don't like auto scrollers.
So yeah, this guy right here does that really annoying Greeps. Those guys, you can only really hurt them on that small red spot on their head. You can see they have gigantic scythes also. They have 2 attacks. Some of them only do one of the 2 attacks though. One of them is that spinning attack. If you get hit by all those attacks, 1, it wastes a lot of time because of all the attack lag. And 2, it does about like 200% damage. I'm not really exaggerating.
You're not exaggerating. It's ridiculous. These enemies, many of these enemies, are absolutely ridiculous.
The best part.
Especially
Oh yeah.
intense.
You want another auto scroller? But yeah, it is ridiculous.
Also, this game is really bad with the amount of auto-scrollers that it has. It's not fun having to just...
I've seen worse.
Still, like, every other level, it seems, is an auto-scroller in
Well,
this,
then that's you, man. I play this a lot.
Yeah.
There was this run at HDQ, which was during the awful games done quick block, and the game was like a GameCube Pac-Man. The run was 40 minutes, and there were like 35 minutes of auto-scrollers. What's this game? So I think PM has nothing to fear for GameCube Pac-Man.
So yeah, now I'll be Yoshi.
And this auto-scroller is not even a threat because you know that you're going to have a full party heal at the end.
Yeah, you just get all the characters back, so like, and time isn't really lost unless you die right at the end, so...
So here you have a really good use of wave landing because Yoshi has a really good vertical movement, so...
I just like to point out that those falling flaming blocks... Oh my gosh, no! Okay, I was not supposed to do that. I was supposed to unlock the top door. Those giant flaming blocks do 90% damage. Why didn't I use aggro?
Alongside blocking your path, so it's equally doubled.
And also, if you get crushed between two platforms, you don't get damage, you die instantly.
The funny thing is that those ones don't do that. So the fact that they do 90 damage is actually better. Doesn't insta-kill you. But yeah, they also have set knockback, which is hilarious. It's hilarious how many things in this have like a ridiculous amount of damage, but have set knockback. Oh, and
all of the stage hazards, I believe, have set knockback for all difficulties, which is funny, especially with the 90%.
Yeah. So those sword shadowy guys, what did I egg roll? Oh my gosh. You can only hit them when they show their red spot, which is normally pretty frequently. They're actually not very bad unless you're dealing with like a ton of enemies at once. Oh, here's a level that I can legitimately get a game over on, like it's possible, because it has happened recently to me a few times. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this with Squirtle earlier. I don't know how I forgot to mention this. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. I'm so... I can't even focus anymore. I'm sorry. I'm gonna lose Squirtle now. Because I hate these enemies, these puppets.
Do you know that this fight is skippable?
Oh right, this fight here is skippable. It's physically possible. I have never practiced it.
And it's not as hard. I have a setup. I really have a decent setup that is really doable with Lucas.
Wow, how did that work so well? Yeah, but I want to be Squirtle. Okay, maybe I'll... Yeah, you know, it's probably a good idea to just...
Actually, to me, Lucas is faster than Squirtle with only running. I'm not talking about backdash on wave dashes.
Yeah, Squirtle's wave... When he wave dashes is really fast. But his fastest method of movement is actually this thing where you dash forward, then you press back... You hit back on the control stick and jump. And then hit forwards again.
I believe it's called a shell shift, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, every character can do it. Squirtle just gains a crazy amount of momentum with it because he's so slippery.
Because of the unique animation that Squirtle has.
Also, Smash people always tends to get crazy names for a little bit of techniques. For every little technique you can do with the character.
Yeah.
Because there is all this lexicology and terminology on every turn and everything. It's really, it becomes really easy to know what we're talking about and to use precise techniques.
So I just prefer playing Squirtle. I'm more comfortable and used to Squirtle. Darn it, they're growing.
But yeah, if you haven't noticed
Bad
already,
RNG.
if you haven't noticed already, this level is also, it also has very frequent fights that you have to do, no skipping.
In this, in the run, you can have two items that will heavily influence the run. Is the Mario mushroom. If you get a tiny mushroom, you want to survive as much as possible because you'll take increased knockback, which is really difficult to deal with.
You also do decrease knockback and damage.
And you have reduced speed.
Armites! No!
Also, I noticed that
Armites!
when you shrink with tiny mushroom, your airspeed isn't changed. Like when you short up, you have your regular speed, so your tiny character does like a huge jump forward. It's pretty weird.
I also don't know the purpose of that, like, last little section before the fight with Wario.
It's just to show we're heading towards this little place.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hate this. Because it's Wario. And Wario is just annoying to deal with in anything Smash Bros.
Do you know that Wario actually has the same airspeed as Jigglypuff?
I thought it was, like, close to the same, but not...
It's exactly the same. And when you see it that way, that Wario is a fast-moving aerial character.
Did you see that frame-perfect tech into forward air?
Nice.
Thanks, Wario. Oh, we didn't explain teching either! It's like my main method of survival. We should explain teching.
Yeah, okay. So basically, when you get knocked back and you're, well, when you normally get hit into a wall, you normally like bounce off of it and have your knockback like stay with you. But if you press your shield button, which is commonly L or R, right before you hit the wall, you can perform a tech, which means you don't like get knocked back any more than you do.
You basically stop in place.
Yep.
If you press the shield button, as you, if you're like in hit stun, you're tumbling. If you hit a ceiling or wall or floor, you can completely cancel all of your hit stun and knockback by pressing that.
Will completely recover and stop the knockback it has.
Did you see that hammer, bro? He just jumped.
Yeah, the enemies do that sometimes. They just suicide for no reason.
Good AI. But yeah, teching's one of my favorite parts, actually, because I get launched like so crazy, but I can survive to ridiculous percents if I just tech off a wall or ceiling. Subspace Emissary is fun.
And survive at like 400%.
Did you see my video, Subspace Emissary, in a nutshell?
No.
That was a tech I just did right there after I got hit.
Yeah, when you take, you have this little orange animation thing where you have precise sound and precise visual effect that you try to learn to recognize.
I actually want to lose Pit here. Maybe I should just be starting with Yoshi, I don't know, but...
I think Pit is better for the beginning of this level, but changing to Yoshi during this part is actually good.
So yeah, the gimmick with this series of levels is the fact that you have poison gas to deal with.
But who
And
cares?
Yeah, no one cares, because the thing is, even though it deals constant damage, it doesn't deal knockback, so you can just run through it like without a care.
Especially
Like,
since everything else on Intense does way more damage than it does.
Yeah. Like, the poison gas is just a joke on Intense, because there's so many other things that are more problematic to deal with.
Like enemies.
Yeah.
And Rolling Stones.
I get it. I must be on a pretty good pace right now. I hope Kill wins. Cause cause I hate all the characters in this game that aren't Captain Falcon. I'm just kidding. Dylan can understand. He makes videos all the time where Captain Falcon wrecks everyone.
Yeah, that's kind of my deal on my YouTube channel, but...
Get through! Yes!
Yes!
I made the cycle! Can I make it? No!
Oh,
Mites!
no.
I freaking hate mites! Okay, that could have been a million times worse, though. It's been a million times worse for me. If I missed that first cycle at the beginning there, then I missed the cycle on everything else.
I like this platform because you just air dodge and you just land on it for some reason.
You can actually use Squirtle's neutral air and just super armor your way through the spikes without having to worry about knockback.
Wow, I've never had this much issues hitting a switch like that before. Anyways, I'm gonna lose Squirtle in this room because I don't think I've ever in my life survived through this room with Squirtle. This auto-scroller. I teched off something. I teched off a ceiling that time.
Bricks. Or the ceiling, yeah.
The off-screen bricks. Like, I've gotten so used to just reactionly hitting the shield button, I didn't hit it fast enough that time.
258%. That's decent.
Yeah, that's decent to survive through.
I think someone needs to keep track of, like, the highest percent that he has before he dies.
In each run? Because I've reached 999 before.
Nice.
You can reach 999 easily in this run, in this room, with all the fire, the icicle stuff.
It was actually in Subspace Bomb Factory too. It was the video SSE Intense in a nutshell. So now we're coming up on one of the most difficult and annoying enemy encounters in the game, and you'll see why I hate armites.
No, actually one.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Do you, Dylan?
I don't really think of the enemies much, given that I just...
Oh right, you just destroy them all.
Yeah, I just destroy them all. But I can imagine...
It's this one.
Oh, I remember, yeah. They're bad.
Actually, I like to take Ivysaur because you just...
I can't pick. It
This
forced
is
me to be
getting out of
Lucas.
hand, and now there are 2 of them.
Yeah. Thankfully I got rid of the
Just stay in the middle and use Ivysaur for Smash. Which is really awesome. And also, Ivysaur can heal. That's awesome.
Wait, why wasn't I doing that? You're right.
Ivysaur is definitely my favorite character in this game.
I could tell your stream is covered in Ivysaurs.
No!
Seriously, his live stream layout is just and page. There's just Ivysaurs everywhere.
I personally don't like using Ivysaur because Lucas and Squirtle are just a lot faster in tasks anyways than...
Yeah,
Ivysaur.
they're faster.
Yeah, sorry Ivysaur.
Also, a thing to notice is that Ivysaur is the first Smash character which is not a humanoid character. It's the first character to have to be a full-leg character and that do not use his arms to fight like other humanoid characters. It has a completely unique moveset and I completely fan of that.
I see.
So
Oh,
so different.
So those doors that were there, ow.
Oh.
So those doors, they can crush you instantly if you're underneath them. They scare me, especially when I have 1 stock left.
And now we have the Charizard, which can be...
He's trolling me.
I believe the goal is to throw him off stage and then do like a back air or a down air.
Yes.
I usually do forward.
But he is being really mean to me.
Stubborn.
Also, you get back all your characters before the fight, so that's okay.
Yeah, it's just... And then dealing with this as Squirtle is a lot harder because he doesn't have a meteor.
Yeah, but you have down throw, which is a kill throw, so...
Why didn't I just try to edgeguard him? Oh my gosh.
He just sidestepped your side B.
And then I just gave up, basically.
Yeah.
And
I think I like
and then he just self-destruct.
But this stage is so weird. The AI usually kill itself. Like the stage hitbox.
Save is winning. Someone give money to kill.
Ha.
26 compared.
Someone give $13 to save. I mean, kill. I mean.
And more auto scorers.
Yep, I was just about to say.
Although those ones are not too long, I think the worst one are the ones come in Subspace Bomb Factory.
Yeah.
The fact about the speedrun, it's not that except when you're doing it in intense, it's not particularly challenging, but you have to do like 2 hours straight of smash, and you have to be constantly precise on your inputs. So it's more like endurance
Or else things
test.
like that happen.
So you see a lot of mistakes, but I think it's what is difficult of the run is to try to have a constant technical level.
I've L cancelled and wave landed 9 million times in my life.
Mm.
I can continue to do it. So here's the stun lock. Wow.
And you actually, you can jab him to stun lock.
That's like the first time in a long time I've missed that stun lock. This is the encounter that I know you can skip theoretically, but it's like so short because it's just one enemy.
Yeah. In TAS, it's so faster to skip it though, so.
Yeah. I wonder if you can do the skip with the.
So apparently that hit me, and apparently that's a viable damage boost. I love it.
Yeah. If you see Shadrake doing a damage boost, it's calculated. It's calculated.
Yes, it's always calculated for sure. Just definitely. No, I haven't nearly optimized this to that point yet.
Speedrunners. Also, Ike is a really fast character for a movie using side B cancel.
That's the first time that's ever happened.
Oh my.
I don't remember ever having to be Martha in this level. Ever.
Uh-oh.
Oh, well played.
Nice save.
That was not on purpose. Like, I kept missing the cannons. I meant to get in the cannons.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
one of the cannons send you at an awful angle.
Now we get
So
to
now we have
one of the... We have the developer's favorite boss.
like, you like this boss, do it twice in a row.
Oh, that attack he just did there, that spin attack, it does 92 damage and then insta-kills you.
92.
Yes. 92. If you get hit by all hits, it just does 92 damage and insta-kills you. The reason I like facing this guy, actually, is because with Ike, I can counter almost all of his moves. And that's satisfying.
And the interesting thing about Ike's counter versus Marth's counter in Project M is that Marth's counter, it does a fixed amount of damage. Like, no matter what attack you counter, Marth's counter...
Always does 7% and set knockback.
But with Ike's counter, it does, like, different damage depending on the attack that's countered. Which means, like, with something like Duon, who has a 92% damage
You mean
move,
Gallium.
it can do... His counters are much better.
Actually, it seems to not scale as much because they put some kind of limit on it because it would be ridiculous if it actually scaled to the degree of how much damage they do. You would just like KO them in 2 hits or something. It's I don't know.
And now we use Charizard for the second part.
He actually has less health during this, I've noticed.
Mm.
Probably because like, oh, he's already beaten up. Also, I love what happens if he's facing towards the corner while he's near the corner. He, Oh, there's that attack. Yeah.
Also, for those who might be wondering, in Brawl, Charizard is known to be the boss rush killer because of his side B. Actually, in Project M, his side B was changed to what was his forward air in Brawl, but he still do a lot of damage and he's able to kill.
I got confused as to where I was for a second because I was thinking about what you were talking about.
No,
Time wastes. I'm actually selecting Mario here because I almost always fail to survive. And I just always lose Pit right away. And I'm not talking about from this enemy encounter. It's not. It's from right here. This auto-scroller. I just survived it. I'm switching to Pit.
Backup strats.
Yeah. Also, there's more Armites now, which is wonderful. See, that backflip move, not only does it move the Armite like an uncomfortable amount of distance away from you, it's also invincible for no apparent reason. Which makes them even more annoying to deal with.
I always thought this spot was another scroller, so like
I know, right? It's like they have this moving platform you can just stand on and slowly take it. Also, I have a lot of damage.
229. Let's see how high it can go.
There's not a lot to tech off of here. There's a wall on the left side. Oh, nice. I actually SDI'd out of that.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so now we have to explain SDI.
No, you don't. We never explained DI. Don't explain SDI. Just explain DI.
One of the most important technique in Smash Bros. Is when you get sent.
It's in every Smash Bros. Except for the original and the N64.
Yes.
When you get hit, whenever you get hit, as you're getting hit, you can influence which direction you get launched by what direction you're holding on the control stick.
Yes, and that's an awesome technique.
It makes the combo system and stuff so complex. It's great, but it also means you can survive longer from these insanely
it can drastically
hard hits.
change like what combos actually work and which ones don't.
Yeah, and in the case of this, I can try to DI towards a wall or ceiling I can tech off of.
Yes.
In the case with SDI, like too long didn't listen. Basically, you can move a bit slightly when you're in the middle of getting attacked.
It was because I was in a multi-hit move. Anyways, this is possibly the worst level in the game. I hate it. I think everyone does.
Oh, I know why. I think
It's not well, it's not only because of that enemy that we're gonna get to shortly. It's for a few other reasons. I just don't like this level.
I hate it mostly because you
Because you have to play Fox. I like playing Fox.
I really don't enjoy Fox physics, and also there are those green streams that will really influence the vertical position you have.
Hey, I actually survived with Fox through that. I'm surprised.
Huh.
I accidentally buffered a sidestep. There are a lot of advanced mechanics in this. If you couldn't tell by all that we're talking about. It's one of the reasons it's so fun.
Yeah, this level in particular loves its use of ladders and the wind
and
mechanic.
auto scrollers and
auto scrollers
and bad enemies, and it has the worst encounter in the game, probably. I say, it has two of the worst encounters in the game. Seriously, The possibly the worst is right now.
Yes.
There is no strat for this. Who should I choose, guys? Just quick, tell me.
I usually
Falco.
and keep downing down.
Okay.
Just do down air and just short up there, no shines, and it will.
There is no strategy for this fight. It is notorious.
Even on the hyperspeed edition TAS. Okay, this is actually working out strangely well.
This is always the strat that I do. I just keep down airing him until it takes. And
Okay, I'll probably try doing that myself now.
So
in the future.
The awful part of this fight is that because it's a giant DD, whenever it hits you, does like 72 damage.
You basically die instantly if he hits you. Also, but the really bad part is he takes basically no knockback from anything. So actually as you can see, so actually knocking him. Wow, that actually went. Believe it or not, that was a pretty decent fight against him.
He's also extremely hard to grab.
Yeah, you can't really grab him.
It's
As you
really
know,
hard.
you made a hyperspeed edition task, and
And
you still had problems
I
beating him
still
fast.
had problems, even with access to a bunch of different cheat codes, among other things. I still had trouble getting everything to work properly with that darn fight. But yeah, now it's over. Now we don't have to worry about it ever again.
Actually, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it actually didn't go that terribly. Thanks for the down air strat. I mean, if you can call it a real strat.
I'd call it a real strat, given that we've had nothing to work with.
Yeah, I mean, it worked until like 130% when he started getting knocked down, which is better than nothing.
Yes.
Also, trying to avoid all this stuff.
Actually, I take DD because this part was intended to be for Fox and Falco's physics, but in Brawl, and because the overall gravity is higher now, DD is much more able to do this platforming section. More
Okay,
easily.
I might try using him next time. Shoutouts to Toho, great music.
And more auto scorers.
Well, here we have another one of the worst enemy encounters in the game.
Those flying thing.
No, that's not an enemy encounter.
The Paratrooper.
The red flying Koopa Troopas.
They home in on you, hit you with an annoyingly fast and powerful thing, but the worst part is you can't knock them into the water until you've knocked them into their shell.
Like, they just respawn.
Yeah, why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And I didn't even know that until recently, so I would be like stuck in this enemy encounter for forever, knocking them into the water and then going like, how many are there?
Yeah, I accidentally did that in my first task for this, like, and then I realized my error, and then I went back and fixed it, but yeah. It's bad.
Like, why does that happen? Was it, oh, it's too easy to just knock them into the water. Then why did you make it so there's water right there?
And, like, the thing is, like, it doesn't happen with any other enemy in the game, I believe. Like, you can just throw other enemies off, and they just die, and they don't come back. But with the red flying Koopa Troopas, it's different for no reason.
Yep.
I don't see a reason.
It actually went pretty well. A lot of things in this run are actually going pretty well.
Actually, you're at Research Facility 2, and it's 1 hour.
I'm at what?
Minutes.
I'm at what?
Research Facility 2.
Oh. How far into the run am I?
Like, you're at 1 hour, 7 minutes.
Okay. I remember when I would be at the Wilds when I hit the 1 hour mark.
Yeah, like, you have to wait for these blocks to come down. Like, there's no way to skip it. Even in the hyperspeed task, I was barely able to skip, like, the red block. So, there's no chance of skipping that.
Oh, now another bad enemy encounter. I really don't like this stretch of levels, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I have, like, a vague idea of some stuff I should try to do on these, but... Oh, okay.
That works.
That works. We take those, as they say.
Yeah.
Yes!
Nice.
Oh, that's okay.
Doesn't matter.
You get your
Are
stocks
you going
back.
to go for Subspace
Worth.
Dash?
It's worth.
It's worth it.
Unfortunately, now that we have Samus instead of Zero Suit Samus, it's actually a lot more of a penalty to get KO'd. So you'll see me jumping a lot. Those punching robs, you can't just run past them. They'll just punch you.
Like Samus and
They'll hit you
Super
no matter
Dashes.
what.
What the heck? What?
We take those question mark.
What's even happening?
Mm.
By double damage boost.
Yes. It was very
So-
intentional.
Actually, these are
So the thing about this fight is that it can actually be skipped, and in Brawl there's a very specific death strat that's used.
and this death strat is doable in. So,
Why did I do it that way? What?
Oh,
That was weird. I've never,
That was-
I have never like gone and died there before. I remember when I was doing this on Intense for like the first time. Even when I was doing my early runs of this, I was always so confused by which way to go here. I'm so happy I've finally memorized which ways to
actually,
go.
I prefer to use Samus and this one
Why?
because you have all the skips.
Skips.
Movement.
How does Samus have better movement than Pikachu? That doesn't make sense.
I don't believe Samus does have any better moves. Like, she has the Super Wave Dash, but it's faster to run with Pikachu, I believe. Because there's the big setup time that you have to do with Samus's down B before you can do the Super Wave Dash.
Yes, but you can actually skip this whole part by taking this teleporter right here and going all the way up with Samus with her wall jump.
What?
Here, because you can enter from the red teleporter right there, you can go up all this tube with Samus and just skip all the fight.
The funny thing is, in the task speed run that I did, I was actually able to damage boost my way up there with Pikachu without even needing Samus, so...
The only thing I know to do against Ridley right now is up smash with Pikachu. Is there something better?
Back air.
Yeah, I think continuous back airs are better, especially if you happen to auto-cancel them at the ledge, but that's really hard to do in real time, so... Yeah, just back air and up smash, I guess.
Right, he's not at half health yet. When he's at half health, he starts doing it twice. That grinding along the ground thing. So I have school tomorrow. What the heck was that hitbox? Please someone explain to me that hitbox.
I believe, Ridley's attack there has like a sort of wind box that's active, and so it's like that can basically screw you over somewhat. If you get hit the wrong way.
We have Falcon.
Yes!
Yes!
We have Captain Falcon, who is basically the fastest character in the game, in the Subspace run.
As you can
Technically-
see.
Technically, Sonic is faster, but you don't get him literally in the final boss fight, which basically means he's useless. Captain Falcon is just over.
Well, even if you had Sonic, yeah, he runs faster, but he doesn't have as good airspeed, and
Yeah.
like he doesn't have as good damage output.
Captain Falcon is incredibly powerful
You know
alongside
that
having
at this
really
point you
fast
just have to
speed.
kill twice this scarab thing and it's just over. You don't have to do all the earth and the rock.
I don't understand what I just heard. My brain is...
The fight just before with the birds and the scarab thing. You can just rush the scarab thing and it will die and the fight will end. It's just on the...
You don't actually have to KO the birds even? I thought you had to KO
No.
No.
This is bad. I KO'd 0 with Captain Falcon.
TK is a really, really good character.
Yeah, he's good for here too, but I would prefer to use Captain Falcon and survive and not instantly lose my...
Using dash attack. There it is.
It's funny because you guys are giving me advice during this. And thank you.
It's okay.
You guys aren't normally here during my runs.
So, you know, the funny thing is about trophy stands is that, like, on easier difficulties, they usually always, like, turn an enemy into a trophy, like, no matter what. But on intense...
It's like Pokemon!
Yeah, they have so much HP on intense that, like, throwing the trophy stand doesn't automatically turn them into a trophy. You have to damage them first.
And then just leave and freeze them.
Well, no, enemies can't even fall asleep.
It's a Pokemon joke.
I know. Makes it even more infuriating at times.
Oh. Right, they reflect projectiles.
One of the gimmicks of the metal pyramids that they are immune to projectiles and they turn them back to you, they reflect everything.
That's because they don't flinch, so they don't want you to just camp them out.
Yeah, they flinch, but they have this constant reflector hitbox.
Alright.
Okay.
Time to climb a mountain. Damage boost. It's... didn't work.
It didn't work.
It also was not intentional. Sometimes improvising doesn't work.
I tried to learn some setups with Meta Knight to use his up B to get right into do landings with the up B on platforms, but it's just like so random sometimes.
That was a bad idea. Okay then. I just randomly locked to the ground.
Huh.
Who likes auto-scrollers?
I don't.
Don't worry, there are none in the Great Maze. Great Maze is actually my favorite part. I don't know why we don't have a Great Maze RTA category right now. Brawl has it.
I think the Brawl speedrun site has, like, the Great Maze.
Yeah, it has Great Maze RTA. We don't. I don't know why. More people would run Subspace, or at least, like, you know, people would run the Great Maze. It's like 40 minutes. Like, my record on it is about 40 minutes. By the way, world record for this, you know, it's mine because right now I'm the only one running Intense, is 2 hours, 28 minutes, 59 seconds. The estimate's actually, like, way more than it needs to be. I actually set the estimate when I wasn't as good. Since I set the estimate, my record. The original estimate I put was 2 hours 55 minutes. It got lowered to 250, and then since then I've improved even more, but it like wasn't changed, which is okay. It means like more leeway time. We're way behind, so like I missed the door. Okay, there.
I hate this bar so much.
I do too, but I have a strat there. See, that's the route you want to do.
Nice one.
Yeah, I've gotten locked there for like a minute and a half before.
Yeah, because the thing about those enemies, those rolling enemies, is that they can freeze you, and they freeze you for a really long amount of time.
And when you get out of the freeze, they're just standing right next to you, and they freeze you again, and you're just like raging instantly. Because you freeze all the time.
It's basically like wobbling, but instead it's just freezing.
I have no good strat for this because I'm not good enough with Lucario to do the side B.
Lucario has like this constant turbo mode mechanic.
With some of his moves, not all of them, which...
Well, actually, the moves, the Lucario mechanic is really weird because all of his moves are split into 4 tiers. There is the jab, the tier 1, there are the 4 tiers with jab, tilt, smash, and specials. And the idea is that you can cancel a move of...
he just like slid off. I think he just slid off the screen because I didn't hit him.
Okay, that works.
Because that was taking a long time. That was not going well. Oh, the canyon. Okay, this is another level I could get a game over on. It's really hard. It's just a huge enemy gauntlet.
Yeah.
This is the order I like to go with.
Actually, Link is pretty good on this fight because you don't have to go pretty fast. And you
Yeah, it's not based on movement as much. It's dealing with enemies, and Link's good at that.
I personally...
He's I have him last. Like, the order is because of the character appearances. The enemy appearances, I mean. It's for what enemies appear.
I've used Yoshi in both of the tool-assisted speedruns because Yoshi has incredibly high damaging aerial moves, which he can just double jump cancel over and over and over again.
Yes.
But that's harder to do in real time, so...
I just like Pit. It's my
Yeah.
preference. Also, these guys, you can just do this. Bye. Bye, have a great time.
I tend to use the double jump cancel strat too, but Pete is still faster, especially in easy.
On the bright side... Okay, I got sniped. On the bright side, in this level, there are walls you can theoretically tech off of. It happens sometimes, but, like, it's a lot harder to deal with than it seems. It's a lot harder to do. I mean, for some reason, it's harder than it... Anyways. What? No!
You got a hammer item.
No! I was hoping that would be helpful. I didn't realize there was one more Primate.
Also, more Armites.
Also more Armites.
And puppet enemies.
Yeah, I also don't like the puppets, so, like, it's a great combination, isn't it?
When the Armite spawns, it has this laugh, particular laugh that you learn to recognize, and when you...
And you learn to hate. It's like, it just knows how horrible it is.
I don't want to deal with this right now.
I got erased.
You could just Falcon punched like cricket.
Yes.
Yeah.
He jumped down to follow me. I self-destructed and he jumped down to follow me.
Oh. So, yeah, one character left for a big Primate.
Ah!
Spin to win!
He
Oh, that was
did
that was a photo finish.
Yeah.
With the taunt.
Why not SWD? What does that mean? What is going on in chat right now? See, I stopped to look at chat and then I accidentally hit save.
The SWD stands for Super Wave Dash, and it was when...
Oh, when you were talking about that.
And we talked about that, and the yes was just like, we talked about Falcon, and people were going like, yes.
You aren't worth the trouble.
Ah.
Brawl Minus is great. So a lot of this level's speed is determined on if I can keep Meta Knight or not. Considering this is intense, that is not an easy task. I've gotten better at it, but... Yeah, here I have to destroy these portals, they're enemy spawners, and then hit the switches that spawn.
You just have to destroy the spawn, the portal generator thing, to go out. And
I'm trying to be safe, but it's not working. Because I want to keep my damage low.
Fortunately, there are several Maximo tomatoes that
Two.
are...
This is the one spot in the game mites don't give me problems for some reason.
Also, there's this one room in the Great Maze where there are mites everywhere.
Which room? So yeah, a lot of there's. Hold on a second. Sorry. I just want to say, getting Meta Knight through this enemy encounter is one of the best ways I can save time. It loses a lot of time to not have him through this. So I'm trying to focus. You guys finish talking. Sorry.
And there's just one Lance left. Is that how it's called?
Yeah.
Because the names are different in French. Like every single enemy was played a different way.
Yeah. What are they called in French?
The other lens is Lancelier.
So it's backwards like everything else.
Yes, and it's use of French words for getting the meaning of it.
Wait, what?
Like it's just like words that are put up together, but, which means what the other lens mean in English.
Oh, okay.
But for example, Nagagog is Nagagog in French. So,
Some of the names are really weird.
like, I think that's because they're Japanese name in the first place.
But Charizard was a Japanese name, and then they changed, and it's just like lizard. Oh, here, this is the another potential worst enemy encounter in the game. I once got a game over to this alone. It's horrible. I hate it. I hate this. I just like do things and hope it works, kinda. Sometimes things work, but usually they don't.
The Peach AI is sort of...
The Peach and Zelda are both horrible. That was supposed to be a back throw.
Nice.
Thanks. It was just luck.
It went pretty
Anyways, I've been meaning to say this for like half an hour. Hi, Bumpadump. It's so cool you managed to get here. It's someone who like always views my streams. Now it's time for Chic.
Chic.
Yep, Chic.
Like, this is when you're technically supposed to be introduced to Sheik as a character, but if you know that you can transform into
You don't even
Sheik
have to know that. You can just press down B.
Well,
like,
yeah.
Actually, Zelda is pretty good in this game, and I tend to take Zelda for this part in particular, and when I get inside the Albert, I turn into Sheik.
huh. But yeah, wind.
Yeah, and because this is intense difficulty, the wind hitbox is just so strong compared to other.
I keep forgetting about that bomb for some reason.
And the bomb does 55%.
Yeah. What just happened?
The Dylan seems to have taken this.
Okay, 1, that's bad. 2, that is not good because they're supposed to be part of this to
Dylan has to go to sleep.
Oh, so
He says thanks to everyone.
oh, okay. He could have just said that in the call. So Dylan's too bad. Dylan has to go. Why did I have to be Peach? I lost Sheik so fast.
Also, Peach has this incredible move for down smash that is maybe the moves that does the most damage in the game.
It is if they crouch cancel it. So if they hold down while they're getting hit by it, it does about like 60%.
I personally use Peach during one fight.
Oh yeah, why would you not? I'm doing really bad right now. So Gooby is the Gooby account or whatever is still in the call?
Yes.
Okay. I'm getting wrecked. Anyways, this is the damage room. What? What? No! Good thing I'm Peach.
No. It's okay. It's the first game over. I mean, could have a lot more.
That should not have happened. For a lot of reasons. I'm getting destroyed. That guy decided to just destroy himself. For some reason the group likes to do that after I get KO'd.
Just suicide.
Well, anyways, I'm glad you're sticking around here even though it's like absurdly late.
It's okay. It's oh no. It's 4 a.m. 20 minutes.
Let's see how much damage I can get.
Also, do you know that this group can only do
Yeah,
attack?
he can only do that attack. It's great.
Also, Peach is good for the start of the level. Because of her flows.
Did you see that mite?
That might just send you flying so fast.
With their like frame 1 move or something. I want to know what the frame data on mites. On a lot of the enemies in this. Wouldn't it be great to find out how ridiculously broken their frame data is?
Yeah.
So that was very slow. As you can imagine.
Usually takes Zelda versus bar. As you have a huge jump that sends you flying most of.
Alright, so would right now be a good time to read donations?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, we have a $30 donation from Numerix. Shoutouts to the PM community. Also, ew, why would you save the trophies? Those frames are precious. And he donated, seems, let's see. Yeah, that moved our bid war for the save or kill the characters is currently at kill with $44 and save versus save with $26.
Thank you, Numerix. He's the world record holder for easy right now.
Nice.
1 hour and 54 minutes.
And then one more donation I want to read here from Amawaka. $7. Dank memes and killer stream. Great job on the thon, dudes. Thank you, Amawaka. Thank you, Numerix. And now we can save more frames.
Yes. Now I need to take it seriously and get world record. Also, he just blew himself up.
Good missile management. Actually, Duan has this attack where he sends missiles, and you can try to manipulate the auto guidance to send the missile back to him, and it's the way to do the most damage to him. So when you see
Yeah.
him launching missiles, you're happy because you
Yeah.
to gain frames.
Also, this level is less than a minute long.
Mm.
The point of this level is it's a maze, but we know where to go. You just go down 4 times to the bottom floor, go right.
Go up one time.
Yeah, go up 1 time. Hey, you know.
That was I was talking about when I told about the Metroid mechanics. It's an open level, but if you know the way to grid and route, you can just go straight fast.
Yeah, and then this enemy encounter is basically the only part of the level.
Nice tag.
Thanks. It's actually going kind of slow. That was okay. That was still less than a minute, so it's like...
What was it like?
But to contrast that, now we go to the Subspace Bomb Factory 2, which is probably the longest level, other than the Great Maze.
I hate this level so there are so many explorers and boss fight. Actually, boss fight at the end of the level has the same health bar whether you're on easy or intense difficulty because there's a timer.
They could just change the timer.
Yeah, so after this fight you're going to have a whole bunch of auto scroll.
Yeah, well, keeping Captain Falcon is by far the most important factor to saving time.
Also, you want Falcon because when you're not doing auto scrolls, you have parts where you want to fast fall and Captain Falcon is one of them. So that's
Captain Falcon just has the fastest movement overall. And he deals damage really well with the knee especially.
it's all at the same time.
This is the room where I reached like 999 damage almost.
Yeah,
Like,
because there is
instantly.
this- you can only die by the bottom of the room, you can just take.
Yeah.
What? You didn't win the Armite trophy?
I've gotten better at avoiding getting destroyed there. Oh my
Also, you
gosh.
take a whole lot of damage here.
Run! I teched that! Save me! No! No! Why did I spawn up there? What?
What?
What's happening?
Use the monkey?
Who's the monkey?
Use Solange? Also, this fight, like in easy, when you finish this fight, the wolves didn't have time to pulse even once, and it was so much faster.
Yeah, you can probably theoretically finish it in time.
Mm.
So now we have another huge enemy gauntlet.
Yeah, like 40 enemies, 60 enemies.
I don't know. I found out there's actually a pattern to their spawn rate. When you kill one of these things, Primids appear. There's a like an order to the enemy spawns.
Yeah. One of the last enemies are two tank enemies. Try button mashing the turbo mode.
I'm not good with turbo. It'll just mess me up because I end up air dodging in the air after I hit things because I reflexively, yeah, I reflexively L cancel. I can't see. I was trying to get out of there and I couldn't. It's okay.
Okay, Falcon was worth to kill like 18 enemies.
Up smash.
Try there. Nice one.
Crud. Okay, he's too high up. I can't. Okay. Thankfully, trophy cases one-shot them.
Yeah, your life bar is weird.
Get wrecked, me.
Chad going crazy over Falcon lines.
What?
The
Well, now we have a bunch of auto-scrollers.
Mm. When you run the game in easy, the spark is so slow.
That's why you should run it on intense.
Yeah. But I don't want to get wrecked by the...
That's why you just gotta practice, man. There actually is a reason you want to survive with Captain Falcon this long, though, because you do have to fast fall out a couple parts. And...
You can use DDT as a...
yeah, but it's not as fast. I messed that up. You can just air dodge past them and then...
But when you respawn, you're invincible, so you can try to blow up.
yeah, but that takes longer.
I like how they put this hard container right here. Like, oh, you took a bunch of bombs here, have a go. Okay, so now we are on one of the last boss before Subspace, which is Emissary Blade, and there's a timer on this boss, and it has instant health, whether it's in easy or intense. But what you have to be aware of, that the more life you take out, the more he will stand on the left side of it.
yeah, the less he'll leave himself vulnerable. Also, he's a scrub for staying there like that, because I can just hit him and then he flies off.
That was a pretty good fight.
Thanks.
The average you want to aim during this fight is 137 at the counter.
Well, to be fair, intense.
Intense. It's a good reason.
Alright, so the cutoff for that bid war should be about here, because this is the level before it comes into play. I don't know if he heard me or not.
So you want to close the bid war now?
Yeah, because right after entrance to Subspace.
Okay. So yes, that's it. I don't know.
Okay, I'm doing really poorly here. I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, now we have another auto-scroller. There's barely any more left, though.
We should really do this Subspace, the Great Maze category. Because
What?
we can get rid of all the first one. We have to put on the leaderboard for Subspace, Great Maze.
I'm stupid for going into that. This whole level is one room, so if you game over, you have to redo the whole level.
Yeah.
I like how after the portals are despawned, they can still spawn for like about half a second afterwards. It's horrible.
Because we're getting close to the end, those levels are getting really difficult with fights with a lot of enemies. Next time.
Thanks. Right, I forgot. I want to try to get rid of him as fast as possible, because that guy appears. And those guys. Don't worry, though. I got them. Somehow.
Alright, so the winner is still Kill with $44 for Save or Kill the Characters.
Okay,
Nice.
so I
Frame
get...
saved.
Frame saved! Sorry, Helix. So it was a dud and didn't blow up, and then it blew up. Like a half second later. Whoops. I choose Ike as a backup because he's pretty fast and good with dealing with enemies, and he's my main.
Why don't you play Ike? So it's always best.
Because it doesn't work, unfortunately. It's like broken. This Pokemon Trainer.
Actually, I really think that Pokemon Trainer was the most poorly designed character of Super Smash Bros. Brawl with this stamina management and everything.
So what happened in the story is this guy, evil guy called Taboo, just killed basically every single character, but DDD had a plan, and he and Ness and Luigi survived.
For some reason.
And so now we're supposed to save all the characters, go through Subspace, restore them, but that takes too much time because you have to go out of your way to get them. So I'm just getting 4 characters because you can only use 4. The 4 that I'll use. Ideally, I just want to stay Captain Falcon the whole time, but I need backup, so I get Captain Falcon, Ike, Pit, and Meta Knight. I already got Pit and then Ike.
So Falcon is just on the way, so
He's right there.
Actually, on your first playthrough, when you come to this part, the platforming section tends to get really difficult, so this is the part where the game starts to get really hard.
Right, I messed up. I forgot I want to just do this. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, if you just hold B at the start, he'll just go towards you. You can just turn around, jump forward, spit him out, and then just jump off neutral B, and it seems to get him every time from what I can tell. So anyway, so there's another Subspace level. Because this game was made by Masahiro Sakurai, and he's the creator of Kirby, Kirby has to get all the spotlight. So we have another Subspace level where we're Kirby, and more characters that, well, I guess we're not saving. I'm sorry. It'll actually mess up my menuing for character selection in the Great Maze if I... Okay, what the heck.
Because the menuing has to be a lot of time.
So this is...
Times.
Yeah, this is really bad. Normally I'm through the next door by now. I could tell by the music. If I have low enough damage, I'll just armor through that. If not, it's not a big deal. So yeah, I'm definitely behind on this.
It's okay. It's pretty good for him.
Whoops. Oh no, it's an Armite. Ow.
It's okay, you have like 4 lives.
Well, I have to not lose another one here because there's an enemy encounter that I am basically guaranteed to die on. Anyways, this is the last auto-scroller in the game, so don't worry.
Finally.
So that enemy encounter went amazing.
Really.
Sorry, Robert.
Also, there are some characters we don't want to pick up because they add up some more cutscenes.
Why did I do that? But yeah, there are some characters that cutscenes can only play if you have them.
Like it's Wario, and if you pick up Link and Zelda, you get Ganondorf back. Variable damage boost.
Yeah, I've actually done that one before. It wasn't intentional to do it there, but I've done it before, so I knew it existed. Wow, I'm amazed I did not get KO'd there. Some weird things happened with the Tickens, so I was okay. Normally I get KO'd. So yeah, if I picked up Wario there, I'd play another cutscene. I mean, I can just skip them all, but it adds like a second, I guess.
Okay, so now we're on to...
On to the Great Maze. So this is the end part of the run. My record on this is like 40 minutes.
But yes, we're almost at the end of the run.
So do you...
It's just one giant level.
Yeah. Do you want to explain the Great Maze, what I have to do before I can... Like,
Okay.
the final boss is in the Great Maze, but there's a lot of things I have to do before I can go face the final boss.
What basically is the Great Maze is just like, it's All-Star plus Boss Rush, plus you have to go through almost every level, but they're disposed in a
Whoops.
way, it's one giant map, like a Castlevania map. And
Yeah.
to get a precise route in order to...
Well,
get
we have a route that gets through it pretty quickly.
Mm.
So there's enemy encounters like this against Pit. There's I have to face dark versions of every character. He teched it. What the heck?
What?
They don't usually do that.
No. And we won't use Falcon, because Falcon can bounce through to...
He can wreck these guys so bad. You'll see in a few of them. I'll probably get some quick kills in a few of them. I'm not doing it right here though.
And among the levels are several save points. You can regenerate your characters, so you have to make a good mana during the time when you want to get the...
Yeah.
But
Like
you
I
have to act.
like ideally I just want to keep Captain Falcon the entire time. He is the best. But that's what my backup characters are for.
That's don't get hit, plus try to kill everyone. And try not to forget something.
Okay, this one's pretty hard. Normally. For me.
Nice.
The anti-air.
Kill wizard tails.
I was trying to read chat. Like, I just can't. I'll have to read it afterwards. I'm looking forward to seeing what was said, though.
Yeah. Oh,
It's long.
long.
It's long.
Yeah, also the enemies you will encounter will just will be in the theme of the level you'll get after that. For example, we were in the sky, so we had Kirby and Pit, which were the character with sky.
So that was really good. Quite frequently, I don't keep Captain Falcon that long through it all that, and I would have to use that healing door. And the problem with using those doors is actually not the how long it takes to heal, it's the load times in the doors.
Yeah. That's why running an emulator makes you pain sometimes, because loading times are way faster.
So you see those that gimmick from much earlier in the run of the interdimensional doors.
Those blue and yellow doors are used for the symbolization of dark world in Zelda and the past, and so you just go from one space to another and
Yeah.
hit the room of the box.
It's the Yosh. Come on.
Yoshi.
So far I haven't gotten any good down air hits. So like this Great Maze Area 1 is going okay. I've separated them into 4 areas on my splits just to help keep track of my time better. Because there's these main hub save points.
Yes, so
That also warp to each other. That also get to warp to each other. I forgot about that.
it's okay, you have more pretty far.
Yeah, I'm almost at the end of that the Area 1. Then we have wind. Speedrunner's best friend, I'm sure. Anyways, this is the last one before we start Area 2. Area 1's the shortest. Area 1 is like a bit over 5 minutes.
So
But
we want to unlock the war sections because those are sections we can directly warp from the world map.
Come
When we
on.
kill some enemies, we want to warp back by saving and quitting the level. The progression will be saved, but you can gain time by just warping back to the main level.
Oh yeah, save. You're talking about save warps, right? Thanks for reminding me of that. I'm getting all like mixed up, because normally it's fine. Okay, I just remember something. I'm just playing through the game, recording, live streaming, whatever. Right now I'm like, me and you are both explaining stuff, and I'm like listening to you explain stuff. So I'm just getting thrown off and a bit confused.
And it's been like 2 hours of run, so.
Oh yeah, that too. I've been here for. I did the all events race, and then. Anyways, it's Captain Falcon versus Captain Falcon. Everyone's favorite part of the run.
That actually went pretty good.
Yeah. Can always be faster though. The task does all these in like 2.5 seconds. And I'm pretty sure you can manipulate their AI also. Anyways, I missed that cycle because I got stuck on a ledge. Makes sense. It's Almalar. What is this AI? Okay then, that worked.
Good that you got. Now you can do a save one.
Right, yeah. See, you know the route. The best part is you don't even have to actually save, it auto saves.
Yes.
It does a quick save that isn't permanent, but I can just what? Go please. Okay, thank you. So yeah, this just gets me back here faster because I needed to go back here anyways. So instead of backtracking, I can just
go back to one.
That's bad RNG. Man, I've started, over time, I've started to not get as tired by, these runs I do. But right now, I am really tired. Okay, I'm not being careful enough. As you can tell.
Yeah, I'm getting
You're getting pretty tired too?
It's like 5 a.m.
Yeah, like it's even way later for you. I'm choking the run just because I'm so tired.
It's okay. It's the end.
What's the time at?
1 hour 56.
Alright. Area 2 takes about like 13 minutes for me. Area 3 takes like 9 minutes. And Area 4 takes like 13 minutes. Well, all a bit over that. Alright, I don't know if I've ever been Pit against Snake here before. Pit's not as good for dealing with enemy encounters. He's just like better movement. Oh, here's an item I
It
could.
has good killing moves, but from the top, those stages are pretty high ceilings. So
There's healing right
that's
here.
good. And now we have Cario.
What?
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's not Lucario. It's wait. Well, first of all, I'm getting my characters back, and no, it's not Meta Knight. It's Flatman.
It's flat, yes. Because you get damage after the first one fight. He's just
Apparently, Do-On was made of 5 Game & Watches, and then it turned into 1 Game & Watch. There we go. What?! Now we go on to Mennonite.
So yeah, this level is just managing to know the route to execute it. So here we are doing a sort of loop around the second half. And we are going to take Midnight.
Mennonite's one of the harder ones to deal with. What is he? What? Wow. I'm like too tired to really focus and get this done. Can you stop? I think my patience is also wearing thin.
Neutral these threats.
Look how long this is taking. I don't know why I was hoping for world record. I have to go a long stretch without healing after this. Wow. That was horrible. Please, someone,
Okay.
give me energy.
Give me the language. Can't talk.
I'm used to being Captain Falcon at this point. I need to keep Ike. Should think about like putting Meta Knight third. How did I miss? Good job, Ness.
Okay.
Ugh.
Merci.
Getting sub 230 would be amazing, actually.
You're at 2 hours, 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm not beating this in 19 minutes. Are you kidding me?
29, 20.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Cause I still have quite a bit to go in area 2. And then
There's still 45.
with how tired I am now, it's making, and how poorly I'm playing, it's actually making me realize how much mental focus it takes for me to actually play this well. I didn't really realize it before, but I'm getting mugged in a corner.
Nice parry.
Did you call it a parry?
A counter, because the French word is what we translate parry.
Oh, okay. I mean, it works. It's kind of the same thing. In this context, anyways, it's the same thing. It basically is a parry. They just call it a counter as the name of the move in the game.
Parry is something different in Smash or Yoshi.
Yeah, I know about Yoshi's parries. I
don't know if it's in Shadrake 10, but
Yeah, I don't think it is, which is kind of sad. How did I survive that? Oh, was I steep?
we're
Oh.
at 62%. That's decent. Oh, and by the way, Bumpadum is quitting the stream and we should
Oh.
do it.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Bumpadump. See you later.
You need cheering up as this is the last part of the run.
Yeah, I need to enjoy it while I can. Enjoy being on the mid-winter speed. I actually kind of forgot what I was even doing. I was just like, oh yeah, I'm running Subspace and explaining what's going on while talking with Rocher. Can I learn to pronounce it right?
You got it right.
I did?
Almost got it right. Yeah.
Well, I'd said it with a Canadian accent then. I don't know. What? That was weird. Why am I getting assaulted by Discord notifications? Whoever's doing that, please stop. No! And see, I didn't think about what I was doing when I set it to record my audio for this, so the Discord sound effects are showing up on the stream. Alright, DK.
My bad. I was pinging the online runner info. I am best tech guy. I know.
Thank you for showing up, because I don't know, I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Not that this isn't fun. I'm just tired. What? Oh, thanks, DK.
Thanks, DK. So now, as you can see for briefing,
Oh yeah, that's the door to that's the door to the final boss. But you saw it was blocked by all those. Those are all the characters and bosses we still need to beat. Wow, how did I miss that? What?
What?
Seriously, they normally don't tech. You know that, right?
Yes. We have the same reaction, like exactly. So the thing.
I may do intense and you may do easy, but we're still doing the same game, and some things are the same, man.
Actually, one thing happened to me when I was running the game sometimes. I was taking the key right here, like on the way back, and I accidentally throw the key, like just when I grabbed it, I pressed A 2 times and I managed to throw the key. And it actually touched the door, and I was trying to see if there were not a setup or something to just like do a snipe with the key to the door. Wait for pick.
Oh no, the thing ran out. I thought he was gonna be gone because of it. Okay, it's fine. Who needs healing? I mean, I probably do, but I don't want to use up that time.
So there's Rob.
Yeah, we're gonna go face Robert. So that Primate was scared of me when I came running. He just turned around and ran off the cliff. What the heck? And then I messed up.
Nice.
Thanks. I can wreck enemies pretty fast too, just not as fast, and he has decent movement, but definitely not as good as... Wow, those mites, man. Those mites. Stop! And then the mites just ran off into spikes.
Can you, with Ike, can you go through the...
Yes, I can.
Yes, you... Yes, you...
Even if my up air didn't work, my up B definitely would.
Yeah, what I didn't talk about.
Now it's time to face Rodney.
What's with those names?
I don't know, me and other people have come up with them over time, and they're funny.
I wasn't ready for that.
You weren't ready for Rodney?
Oh, Rodney. Rodney for kill
Okay, now we're finally at Area 3.
Yeah.
That took much longer than 13 minutes, I think. Or it felt longer. Maybe it just felt longer because I'm so
You
tired.
you still have 20 minutes to...
20 minutes to get sub 230?
Yes, you are at 2 hours.
I would have to
15 minutes.
PB by quite a bit. So... That's not happening. Oh yeah, and then it's this room. So that fire does, well, you see how much.
Too much damage. Okay, you just got shield break by fire.
Yes.
What? Did you know that you can swim in the lava?
What?
All character have swim animation, and I don't know, but one time I managed to get I managed to get iframes during being in the lava, and my character ended up swimming. I was like, what?
What?
Nice recovery.
Thanks. Ike's my main, so...
So you're used to it.
Yeah, he's the character I'm used to. I went right into fire. Look at this!
There's so much fire.
Makes you appreciate how easy easy is.
Easy is. The fire does still a lot of damage.
Okay. What just happened? What did I tech off of? I just pressed R and hoped for the best.
I want to say invisible saving glitch, but I don't know.
Also, it was a Goomba. Actually, this is unusual for me. Normally, I'm stuck with Pit at this part.
Pit?
Yeah, because I die in all the fire and stuff. With both Captain Falcon and Ike throughout going through that room and then going back.
There is a spacey part here. Also, reverted.
What?
What?
What was that hitbox?
Also, the dark enemies are slightly bigger than
Yeah.
than
They take more knockback, but they're actually bigger and stronger. This Waddle Dee's my friend.
Actually, it can attack you.
It can, but it's not like this is Brawl Minus.
Le pigeon,
And now, a couple of the worst.
the bird.
The bird is the word.
Bird with the 26 AI.
Yep,
Nice one.
thanks. It was actually one of the better times I've had dealing with Falco.
Falco can either breathe down well or do some pain. It's like all encounters with Falco. The worst in the game. And now Fax.
Fox!
With 26 AI. You have to play against Mango when it's like 5 AM and you have 2 hours run straight.
Ah!
Also, Giant Fox. Okay. What?
Ah! Well, I've gotten to the point that I don't usually get tired during this. I'm tired because of, one, the time, and two, the, you know, the excitement of the event, and, like...
Plus you had a run before.
Yeah, I had to do that run, the all events. I haven't, not many times have I done a Subspace run and an all events run both at once. Anyways, here I'm actually gonna game over because it would be a stupid idea to just face the 176 damage Meta Knight against Meta Ridley. It's a much better idea to just respawn as Captain Falcon. I was gonna do it even if I didn't have all that damage because it's just faster. It's probably just faster to take the game over and beat Captain Falcon than to just try and do it as Meta Knight. Yep, he still has much less health than normal Ridley, though. It's Meta Rodney. Wow.
Okay.
This is not going very well. There we go. All it took was one knee to the face.
The Phantom Knee. The best friend. His friend.
On the bright side, taking that game over also means I don't have to go in that door to heal.
What?
Taking that game over also means I didn't have to go into that door to heal.
Yes.
Although I'm facing Mario, and he's actually one of the more problematic ones normally, so... As you can see.
And the Tom.
They're mad I didn't save the characters.
And you didn't save the character, and Mario is one of the characters that is on the route, and you just have to regularly dash through it, so he's even more mad.
Yeah, I could just... Like with Donkey Kong, actually, I just forgo the wave lands. Because I don't want to pick him up, because I don't want to mess up my menuing.
Actually, I like him, because he's a great boss fight, as we can see.
I've taken to just beating this guy up now, because he generally just destroys me. When I try to do this without beating him up. And then that happens, so it doesn't matter.
Actually, this Rotorette is an enemy that only spawns in intense. Does not exist in easy game.
Makes sense, actually.
There are a lot of enemies that are just unique to intense.
Yeah. This is the only rough part with enemies in the Great Maze, generally. Thankfully, you have that.
Yeah.
Also, I have to face Gallium with this.
Gallium.
I'm actually not going to. I thought about it, because I still had Pit. But I'm probably going to get wrecked and then have to do most of his health bar with Meta Knight. I'm almost done Area 3, and then there's just one more area. This Great Maze is not going well. Seriously. I don't think I've had a single enemy encounter go, like, really well. I've had some go okay. No, I've had some go okay, but I haven't had many where I've just flat... You know, like where you just down throw and then down air, basically. Down throw, knee, down air, or down throw, down air, depending on positioning and whatever, you know. Blow yourself up, please. Thank you. And then he blew himself up again, apparently. Okay, that was pretty good gallium. I mean, I had to game over myself, but it was pretty good gallium. Anyways, there's 0% chance I'm getting world record now. That's like impossible.
You still managed to get a good time.
Crud, crud, crud.
don't you activate the
Yeah,
the save word would be a problem if you didn't have.
yes. That would ruin
Okay,
everything.
So to explain, to do a bit of explanation here, we're gonna go to fight Peach and Zelda. There's a whole really linear section to do, and at the end of that, we're going to save one back to the main fourth hub. If Shad didn't go to get this, he would not have been able to warp back. So.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I
So
missed.
You were talking about not having a good one?
Well, I mean, I guess that was a really good one. It wasn't because I actually, like, hit Zelda myself, but I scared her.
Still a good strat.
Scaring them. I mean, why do you think Batman is so effective at what he does? He scares people.
Peach, aka the Blender.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was good.
Now save warp, so it
Yeah.
225% goes right back.
My legs are stiff.
It's almost done. The run is pretty good for a marathon run. It's a really good one.
Well, I rarely actually reset my runs. I normally just do my runs through to the end regardless of how they go.
I was, for an example of a run that goes really poorly, I was commentating the Fuzziness Super Smash Bros. Brawl run that he did on ESA Winter, and he didn't know the route and he was checking on his phone during his great maze to for the route because he forgot Bowser.
That is horrible.
The run took like 3 hours, 51 minutes. It was awful.
That is not a speedrun showcase. In a, kinda.
It was still a good run and we finished a couple of things, but
I'm so stupid! No! I wanted to save like half a second so he didn't have to fall, but I totally messed it up.
it's okay, you can still
That was completely unnecessary. Now I have to go back to heal.
heal. The heal is not really far, so it's
Yeah, but that wastes like 20 seconds or 25 seconds.
let's do it. Waste them.
I'm sorry. I want to get this done fast so that both of us can go to sleep.
It's okay. Actually, I'll have to go because I have something to attend at 6 a.m. So
Wait, what? You're actually not sleeping?
I think I'll sleep this afternoon.
Wow. What time is it right now?
In France, it's 10 past 5 a.m.
Okay, well, I mean, we'll be done shortly.
I can have half an hour.
It's not gonna take half an hour. Like I said, normally this area can take me like 14 minutes, and we've already been doing it for a while, so there should be less than 10 minutes left. What?
I was just talking to myself, telling the enemies you still have left to. And the Luigi's Mansion maintain.
I like how the Luigi AI in this game just stands there. When you're on stage, it just stands there. I mean, when you're off stage.
People in the chat telling about the Discord notification and the main account telling, shh, those don't exist. It's an illusion.
Good. That shouldn't have been happening.
It's not.
It's all in everyone's heads.
Yes. What? No!
Okay. No, damage boost.
What's happening? Run! Go! So that was actually a wall tech. I jumped. No, like I did that. The wall tech where you jump off of it.
The wall jump back.
Yeah.
What's the run right after that? Isn't that Pips, man?
The hot head slowed his attack. To be fair, I might have still gotten hit anyways, but... Oh, you can dodge the lightning. That might be the first time I've ever done it.
I would do something before. Okay, now you're gonna use the warp. Use the force hub.
This is the last time we're at the area hub. We're basically going straight to the final boss, just cleaning up the remaining enemies from here. Pretty much done, guys. We're pretty much done.
The sub 230 is going to do it.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. This wasn't a great run, honestly. I mean, I guess there was part of the fact that I was doing this marathon, explaining stuff. I wasn't focused as much, but still, you know. Okay, then I guess it was fine. It was okay.
It was good for showcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really great. Thanks for doing the run, and you know, you make some issues appear. You know, Discord bugging you, the dog barking.
The dog was not me. I don't have a dog. That was someone else. I think it was one of the first runs. There was a dog that was constantly barking.
This guy named John came out of nowhere.
What?
You know, John's.
Oh. That was one of the best Lucario fights I've ever had, and I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing.
That's automatic mode getting in.
Yeah. Like sometimes when you're just not even thinking about what you're doing, you just play it, and then things go well.
Reflexive.
So if you don't load up a normal match before you enter this door, the game actually crashes.
I had actually so much problem getting Dolphin to work to do some.
That was good.
All of my runs ended right here, and I was like only able to get frame by frame.
Yeah, thankfully I have not ever, like, not once when I was in an actual run have I forgotten. Shoutouts to Dylan. Again, that strat.
Really good strat.
It's Mike.
Like 18% jab.
See, this is how the enemy encounters normally should go most of the time. Like this. I've lost so much time on the Great Maze, but the ending here is going really well. We have to go in this door to reset a falling platform. May as well just heal while I'm there. This is the last room before the final boss. There are 2 enemy encounters to do in here, though.
There's Ganondorf and Marth. Actually, the stage for the Marth and Winter is just so giving Marth so much advantage.
I know, it's like they knew, and it's really annoying.
Because there's like this whole platform on top of it. You just have to stand on the down part, do up tilts, just that. Be careful, you died
Yeah, that was kind of unnecessary that time also. Maybe it saved like some frames, I don't know. Definitely did not save a second, or even half a second.
I'm sure it saves even frame because of the hit-like frames. Okay, last encounter before taboo. If you get rid of that, use it.
What? No!
The nipple spike.
There we go. Okay, guys, time for the final boss.
Hoip.
Yeah. Can I survive with Captain Falcon and not get KO? Because everything he does either 1 or 2 hit KOs you.
He has one-shot moves, like the
Right.
famous wave one-shot.
He also has a lot of health. That's good RNG. Although I'm getting hit by it for some reason.
That's because one attack, he didn't get hit by all the hits, and you still got like 120%.
Okay, it's time for the move. His ultimate move. Okay, I dodged it. The timing on that is really tight. That hothead was also really good. I'm surprised it... I think he just, like, supercharged it with his attack. Okay, that's an insta-kill on intense. Look, I'll put it to you this way. On easy, pretty much nothing really does that much knockback or anything. But, his wave attack thing, that still insta-KOs you most of the time on easy.
The wave thing, like ultimate attack, is always
Well, on easy and boss battles, I think you can survive it.
people in the chat being like, wait, you can dodge that. Yes, you have to sidestep through the waves.
Actually, in Dylan's task, he uses ledge invincibility to dodge it. Time! I forgot to say it was time, sorry, when he's dead. Well, I guess I said he's the final boss, so...
I just see it's... Because the chat, the stream has some delay, I'll see how much time you have.
Okay, thanks.
It's 2 hours.
What?
I'm waiting for the moment. 2 hours, 31 minutes, 10 seconds.
Okay, that's actually not horrible.
That's not as bad as what you were. It was really a good run.
Yeah, my, like I said, my world record is 2:28:59. Although, pretty much every time I've done my... Well, not every time at this point, but usually I'm close to getting record PB. I still, like, live stream attempts of this at least once a week, so... This is my category. This is my favorite. This is, yeah. Alright.
Really.
Here. We get to see the, results of our, not saving the characters. It actually shows it in the credits. So yeah, I'll just, while it's going through credits and gets to that point, I will, talk a bit, yeah. So...
Up next is Pepsi Man.
Yeah, that actually got moved to after the Project M stuff, because,
Pepsi Man.
because this was...
So epic.
This was getting pushed back so far. Yeah, so you people should check out Project M Subspace. It's a very fun run. It's much better than all events in my opinion because I don't
You
know.
can install Project M pretty easily if you go to Smash Ladder. There are builds that you can put on your computer.
Well, you can also go to Project Mirror, that website. It has the downloads of all the versions of Project M.
All you need is Brawl ISO.
Or if you're on console, if you have Brawl and a Wii, you can just get a 2GB SD card and put Project M on it, or you can if you install the homebrew channel. Oh, here it is. The empty cliff. There's so few characters. I'm sad now, actually. I'm sorry. Next time. Maybe next time we can save them. Yeah. So, that's the run. That was fun.
Alright.
thanks for having me on here.
Oh, thank you. Thanks a ton to Shadrake, and thanks for the commentary, Rocher. And
Rocher.
He
Roger.
didn't get it right. It's okay.
He's French, man. He's French.
Ah.
You'd think I would get it. I'm Canadian. Anyways. All right. Yeah.
All
there-
right, thanks everyone.
Yes.
We're gonna move on to the next run here. Just a little bit of setup.
Yeah.
All right, next up we have Pepsi Man. So gonna start working on that right now.